Hi students, welcome to Narayana Virtual Classes. This is Venkat. Today the assignment topic is electric current. This is assignment 12. Here mainly 5 questions are there. Let's go to discuss the question number 1. See the question here, what is meant by electric current? The electric current is defined as the amount of charge passing through any area of cross section in unit time is known as electric current. So, may simply had defined as the charge per unit time is nothing but electric current. So, that is the answer for question number 1. Next, go to second question. The question is, why do electrons move in a specified direction? So, the main cause of the electrons move from one place to another place is the main cause is that electrons to maintain uniform electrical field throughout a circuit. That is the main cause of that electrons moves from in specified direction. So, what is the reason? That is, it makes some uniform electric field. That is the main answer for that question. Next, go to third question. What is the question here? Calculate drift speed of electron in copper wire. Yes, this is the problematic question. See that here you should take that calculate drift speed of electron in this copper wire. Here the wire is the current, you should take that in the circuit of the current is the current you should take 1 ampere, and also the wire area is should take 10 power of minus 6 meter square. So, means the current is passing through that copper wire. Just assume that that is 1 ampere current is passing, and that area of cross section is 10 power of minus 6 meter square. And here what is the density of that electron? So, the density is n is equal to 8.5 into 10 power of 20. 8.5 into 10 power of 20 is that is the density of that meter cube, meter power minus 3. So, that is the density. Next, what is that? They given that what is the electron charge? The charge of the electron. The charge of the electron is 1.602 into 10 power of minus 19 coulombs. So, this is the data. So, see here the current is 1 ampere and the area of cross section is 10 power of minus 6 meter square, and the density of the electron is 8.5 into 10 power of 20 meter power minus 3, and the charge is 1.602 into 10 power of minus 19 coulomb. Next, you know very well what is the formula for drift speed. You had to represent letter is Vd. Vd, drift speed is equal to 1 by n means refractive, that is the density, into q, that is charge, and area nqa. What is the formula here? 1 by nqa. Substitute these values here. So, here first 1 by what is n value here? 8.5 into 10 power of 20 into here charge value is 1.602 into 10 power of minus 19 into next to area is 10 power of minus 6. So, this one you have to solve this one. Finally, you can get that 7 into 10 power of minus 5 meter per second. Speed means units is meter per second. So, drift speed means you have to convert in the millimeter, means you have to divide this here 10 power of minus 5 you have to take down, means 7 into I taken 10 power 2 by 10 power of 3. Okay, means here what happened here? This one you should convert means 0.07 millimeter per second. So, that is the answer for that drift speed in copper wire. Here you taken that one current is 1 ampere and the area is 10 power of minus 6 and the density is 8.5 in 10 power of 20 and the charge. So, this is all the values up to this formula. Finally, you get that the drift speed is 0.07 millimeter per second. So, that is the answer for question number 3. Next, go to fourth question. The question is, how does a battery works? How does a battery works? See here, the battery contains two plates with that electrolyte. So, the battery contains the two plates are there here. So, the one is a positive plate, one is a negative plate, and along with electrolyte. So, that electrolyte gives that some chemical force. By using the chemical force, that ions are moving from that, it is accumulate from one plate, means that ions are moving from is a deposit on one plate, and positive ions are the deposit on one plate, and the negative ions also moving on another plate. After that, here what happened, after satisfying this accumulation, so this ions are give some electrical force, that is Fe. This Fe is opposite direction of chemical force. This Fe value is opposite direction of chemical force. If Fc is equal to Fe, if Fc is equal to Fe, what happened here? If Fc means chemical force is equal to Fe, electrical force, so then in that time the electron does not move from that any place, means there is no any motion of the electrons. So, if you take that any new battery, that new battery in the such a conditions, the new battery maintain constant potential energy. Okay. So, that is the working of the battery. So, that how the battery works means, so first the battery having the two plates are there, one is the positive and negative plates, and also it have some electrolyte. So, by using of the electrolyte, it gives some chemical force. By the chemical force by using of this chemical force, the ions are moving from one plate to another plate. After that, it is after complete that sharing of ions, after the electrons, the ions are maintaining one force, that force is electric force. That electrical force is always opposite direction of chemical force. If Fc is equal to Fe, what happened here? There is no any motion of the ions. But in the new battery, in the such a condition, it maintain constant potential difference. So, that is the answer for this question number 4. Let us go to discuss question number 5 here. The question is, how electrons flow causes electric current with Lorentz and Drude theory of electrons. See here, in this question, especially Drude and Lorentz, they both are in the 19th century, they explain that every metal, like any conductor, like a metals having large number of free electrons. So, this large number of free electrons, and also here some positive ions, the positive ions, especially protons, the positive ions are fixed in their locations, means the positive ions are fixed in particular place. See here, first they are taken that one open circuit, this is one open circuit, okay, this is one area of cross section, this is the area of cross section. So, first every metal, like any conductor, that free electrons are moves in different directions, moves in a different direction randomly, it moves randomly, it moves randomly. See, it like that it moves, and also that positive ions are fixed in their locations, the positive ions are fixed in their locations. So, this is called lattice. What is the name here? Lattice. See, this negative ions are moves randomly in their middle of that lattice, moves randomly, means it goes different directions. So, after that we have to observe that here how many electrons are moving from in the particular unit area of cross section. The electrons are moves from left to right, okay, that number of electrons is equal to the same number of electrons are moved from right to left. So, here finally in the open circuit, that net charge, the net charge is 0, the net charge is 0. So, next we should connect the two ends of that copper wire or any metal wire, connect with battery and connect with bulb, plus and minus. So, now what happened here, this battery gives some additional charge, thus due to the charge that all the electrons are moves in a ordered motion. The electrons are moves in a ordered motion. Before connect this battery, all the electrons moves in a randomly. When you connect this battery, by using of this energy, so by using of that energy, the bulb will glow. So why the bulb will glow means that electrons are moving in a ordered motion. Ordered motion. So you should take any area of cross section. How many electrons are move to that area of cross section? That is called electric current. So that's why when you connect this battery, then automatically the electrons are carry that energy and sent to the bulb. Then the bulb will glow. The bulb will glow. So this is the activity for that how electrons are flows in the cause of electric current. Okay. So this is the experiment by using of Drude and Lorentz, in especially in the 19th century. Okay, students, this is the assignment of 12th assignment. I hope you understand what you discussed today. Next time we have to discuss one more assignment. Thank you. Have a nice day.